Okay, we are in business. I need to stop looking at my laptop. Look at my phone.
Okay.
Yeah. Hi guys. Everyone say hi. Hi.
Hey.
Welcome to the Powder Room's first ever YouTube video. And obviously we're gonna have to do this socially distanced because of good old Rona.
The panny.
The panny. The good old panny. And we thought we'll talk about holidays today because some of us, I know Lakeisha, you've had to cancel quite a few holidays because of the panny.
It's very upsetting.
Okay, so do you guys want to introduce yourselves sort of small before we get into it?
Yeah, so my name's Izzy. I'm 25 and I am from London, and I am very vanilla with my life, so yeah.
I hate that.
My name's Lakeisha. I'm 30. I'm also from London. I'm not vanilla, but I'm not extreme, so I'm somewhere down the middle, and everything's a joke to me, so that's why I'm here.
Yeah, that's about right, even. Yeah. I'm Saleha. I'm big old 24. I wouldn't say I'm extreme. I'm just tolerant to the cream. I'm not extreme. I'm not vanilla at all, but I'm not like, what's the opposite of vanilla?
Extreme.
Yeah, bro.
I'm not extreme. Like, there's extreme is extreme. Do you know what I mean? I'm extreme in. We'll move on. We won't get into that today. So I was thinking we'll start like, what would you prefer to start with? Like the holiday flings which worked, or your holiday fails?
Either or.
In fact, no, let me first ask you guys. Okay, so would you rather have sex at home or have sex abroad? So in the UK, maybe you can keep seeing that person, you know, and maybe it's good. Let's say it's good. Let me even change it. It's the best you've ever had.
Are we talking about now, like best sex I've had now, like in the UK? Like, I'm gonna meet him tomorrow. It's amazing, and I have the opportunity to carry on.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or abroad, like my man has an accent. Think of something nice and sensual. You know, you wake up, you see the sunrise, maybe under the beach, like the ambiance. You know, everything's great.
Deep down, old Lakeisha would say abroad, and she is probably ready to fight. But Lakeisha today says, I want the man that's down the road so I can see him often. Can he be tall and black, please?
It could be whatever you want.
Yeah. Let's go with home for now, but I'll probably change my mind.
Okay. What about you, Izzy?
Home. I actually can't. I've never had sex abroad, like with someone that isn't a partner that I went abroad with. And like,
but you have to imagine. Just imagine this time.
Yeah, but I can't. Like, the whole idea is so foreign to me. Like, and like, where do I get things like a birth control or like an STD test? Like, I'm so used to doing SLH at home. Like, I'm fine. Or going clinic, and I'm a shookhead. I'm sorry, I can't do it. I'll be there and I'll be panicking, or I'll be checking my watch or something. Like, I can't. I can't do it.
I get that.
It's definitely understandable.
I totally get that. But I'd say
I'm actually having a breakdown now. Like, look at her little face.
I'm stressed. I'm sweating.
Like, she's going crazy. No, I would say abroad, like, everything's just too good to be true, to be honest with you. If he's down the road, would I appreciate it as much as if, like, it was that one time and I can never have it again? Will he start to annoy me, or she? or whoever, will they start to get on my last nerve?
I think that's
ruin it?
definitely a very, very high possibility when they're so close to home. Just like, oh, move, man. Like, go away.
Like the novelty, it wears off. Like, it was alright, but now we're. So I just want at one time, keep it in my memories, you know, yeah.
Yeah, I get that. I get that.
Does that sway your choices all of it?
No. The most annoying beat of my life is because someone lived like around the corner from me, which I wasn't a fan of.
Oh, I couldn't have like. Did you just want to go to the shop and you're just bumping into them? No makeup, no eyebrows, hair sticking out all over the gap.
I mean, but by then, if you've already slept together, like,
so that's not the point.
A minute of that, like, I regret it all. They were literally like around the corner from my yard, and I felt catfished at first. That's the first problem. Secondly, there was a lot that was wrong with this whole situation, but it was just the fact that I knew they could be in my local Sainsbury's or Tesco, or just like when I go to the station, some shit like that. Like, I can't. If I was
true, actually.
Plus, what's the saying? Don't shit where you eat. Like,
yeah.
Plus, and I think whenever I do meet people from London, they have to be on the other side of London. I don't think I've met anyone from West London because I don't want to see you. I actually don't want to see you unless I want to see you, if that makes sense. I can't be bumping into people. Like, oh, no.
Yeah, I played myself. I need to start investing in that, away from home, you know.
Yeah, away from home. East, south, even like Essex, just out of where I am on a day.
But the thing is, like, it's not every day. Like, my oyster card is just drained. You know what I mean? It's really not every day. So if he's gonna live far, something needs to happen. You know what I mean? I'm not traveling there every weekend to see you and give Quay.
I hear it, yeah. Like, I'm a clingy babes. I actually can't live with people that are more than an hour away from me. Like, it will jar me beyond belief. I will be exhausted. I will be cranky. I'll be annoyed. I'll have to relocate my entire life. But
honestly, you start leaving stuff at their house because there's no coming back. I need to be here for a good 5 days before I go back to make this journey worth it.
Wow. I think before I started driving, I was just so all over the place. I was just doing Dora the Explorer. So I actually did not care. I'm saying this like I went everywhere, but like I'm just saying, like, I don't know. I just felt like if you're that far away, that's okay. And I think my max would have been an hour and a half on public transport.
Oh, okay.
That's max. But that's like Essex. That's not bad.
That's not too bad. Essex isn't too bad. And to be honest, London isn't like as big as we like to think. Like, you say it's massive. It's actually not that big.
Once I flew to Scotland for sex, that was interesting.
How was that? Oh my gosh, I'm gonna get cancelled. Sorry. How was that?
I would just like you to know Scotland's a different country.
That's not a different country. That doesn't count. I don't care. It's a domestic flight. I didn't even need a passport really.
It's a different country. So as well.
So take your passport with you. So different country.
Do you?
What?
Yeah, I'm sure to try, don't you?
To get on, yeah, she do.
Oh, is it? Okay, well, I was not it was really not that deep to me because it was a domestic flight in my head, so I was like, I'm not actually going anywhere. But it was like 45 minutes. I was like, it takes me longer to go to work sometimes. Like, is it like...
I love a bit of that. Oh, really, lassie? Aching. So my other one was, right, I was trying to formulate it in my head, and I don't know if I've done it right, so we'll see. Would you rather have really... Here, give me a second, wait, this makes sense. Would you rather someone's saying dirty talk in another language, but it's bad, like it's not coming...
Huh?
I thought like I could do this in my head and it wasn't working.
Would you rather someone talk dirty to you but it sounded ugly?
Yeah, foreign language, or in English but he's chatting shit?
This English, give me English, because you could be talking to me in like German. German's like such a harsh language. and you could be talking to me in German, and I'll just get vexed because I don't know what you're saying. I'll just
Yeah, but I think okay, but that's better than knowing what they're saying. you
no,
know?
I need to know what you're saying because I need to let you know if you need to get out or not. Like,
Oh my god.
So what if he's
I
saying
can't-
in English and he's just like, oh.
Because at least then you know to
even
go.
if it's English and it's bad, you can kind of redirect and kind of steer him along the right route if you still want to continue. But if I have zero clue what's going on, I'll just be like, oh, help.
Okay, no, you can't if it's in English, you can't say, oh no, shh, that's not an option. Take that out. Stop finding wormholes out of my would you rather, bro. You have to hear it. You have to hear all the words.
I think I'd still prefer English.
I'll go foreign language because at least then I can pretend. I can hear what I want to hear, basically. I can hear whatever I want to hear. And quite frankly, if you were going to say something awful, I think I'd rather not know than fight you. Like, I feel like that's not how my date needed to end.
I
So
like
I'd rather have language. And even if
We
it was a
know,
little bit
honey.
trash, like I can kind of go along with it. At least you're trying, you know. Like it's not your fault your language is ugly, you know. And really, is it me that's the problem here? Am I being xenophobic? Is that really what the issue is? Like maybe I need to investigate myself.
That is true. That is true. Some things just don't sound appealing to the ear, you know, and that's okay. I'll let them talk their shit. But I just feel like if it's in English and he was saying some like weird things, it'll put me off. Like I'd immediately switch off rather than if I didn't know what he was saying, I could just
my mind would just be doing like 100 miles an hour. I'd be like, afterwards, I'd just be like, so what did that mean? Like, I'd have to pick at it. I'd have to find out, and I just no one has time for that.
that's true. Okay, so he wants to start. I think we should start with. I feel like holiday fails because I can't think of any good like things on my part unless you guys have some that you can really some good moments, maybe some romance, maybe something saucy.
I found my husband. He was amazing.
Tell us. Please do tell.
I say this to every single person that I speak to whenever this topic ever comes up, but I always say, oh my god, yeah, I was gonna like move to America for him, I was gonna have babies. Bro, I knew the guy for like 2.5 days.
What? What the hell? What the hell is this?
Mm-hmm.
He was just, do you know what? Okay, so it was our first night in Budapest. I went with my friend, so it was just me and her. And in Budapest they have like the spa party thingies. I don't know if you know, if it's like a massive Colosseum thing, and they have like basically a massive pool party.
Okay. What did you do with your hair?
Pardon?
What did you do with your hair?
I think it was curly. It was like in a weave, I think.
Okay.
And yeah, the pool party came to an end. My friend was talking to a guy and he asked her back to his, but he was with a group of friends. I think there was like 5 guys, and they all like literally surrounded us. It's just like, do you know what? No, like I'm not feeling it, blah blah. And then the guy she was talking to was like, oh, you've just led us on all night. Like we could have found other girls in the party, like very rare. And then he grabbed her boob. So then I went into full attack mode, and then out of nowhere, I feel like I should change his name. Yes. I should change his name, isn't it? Out of nowhere, John came, and John literally just like sucker punched him. And then like, yeah, I turned around and he was like this tall chocolate man. It's just so pretty. You know, if someone's just so good looking, I wasn't expecting it. So then he like kind of got us away from them. I mean, I was like to my friend, are you okay? What's going on? Like how did it even escalate this far? Because I had no clue what they discussed before we came out of the party. So I didn't understand why he thought she was going to go back with him anyway. And then he was like, look, let me...
That's just disgusting behaviour.
Exactly. So he was like, look, let me stand you guys, get you a cab, like make sure you guys get back safe. So he rang us a cab, he got in with us, made sure he got got us back to our hotel, and then he like finished with his night, and then we swapped numbers, so we had each other on WhatsApp. And then the next day he came to our hotel, picked us up. I spent the whole day with him, did like all the sights. And, like, even my friend, like, she really liked him. She was like, oh, you two should have dinner. So then we had dinner that night. And then
okay, but wait, do you know, like, on the night that he punched the guy, were you guys sending out signals? Like, how did this then become?
Oh yeah,
because no other girls there. Do you know what I mean? Like, how did it was like Lakeisha?
I don't know. I think he just saw me and he was like blown away. No, I'm joking.
Yes. No, claim it. Yes, he was blown away.
We were talking, and I was just saying, you know, like, thank you for stepping in and blah blah blah. And then we were just discussing. He was traveling solo. He was going around Europe. And I was like, oh, that's so cool. And then he was like, oh, I've just come from Greece. And I was like, oh, I used to live in Greece. I think that's how it started. And then he was like, let me get you guys a cam, make sure you're back safe. Set us off. The next day, we literally did the whole day. By like halfway through the day, we were holding hands, like little kisses, little hugs. It was so cute. And I was like, oh my God. And then we had dinner, and that was really cute. And then we went dancing. And it was very strange because like the clubs were just, I don't even know, they were just kind of like, yeah, but it was just like restaurant with a dance floor. It wasn't like an actual club, but it wasn't a bar.
I sort of like that though, like where we went in Tenerife.
Yeah.
I like that. That's cute.
Yeah, like we were dancing there, and he walked me back, and then he came in, but we just cuddled that night.
Yeah.
And the next night he was like, I actually need to go back because I need to pack, because he was leaving the next day. So I was like, yeah, okay, cool, do what you need to do. Me and my friend had a day together, and then he came back that evening, again, went out for dinner, and then that night we had fun. And then
was it good fun? Was it enjoyable fun? I don't be blown over shit. Was it enjoyable fun?
Amazing fun.
To be honest, I've had a
you know what it was?
Americans are on point.
Amazing. And you know what? I didn't have to like verbalize anything. It's like it's literally like he just went into my brain as like, this is what she likes. I'm doing everything. It was from start to finish. It was like perfect. And then we just cuddled. Like he was just so cute. And then I was just convinced that I just convinced myself that I was in love. And then we like spoke for like 3 weeks after, and then like obviously reality came too. I'm like, I'm not moving to Boston. But yeah.
It was nice when it lasted. That's really so sweet. Like proper fairy tale behavior. Oh,
like legit, he was so nice as well. And even afterwards, he was like, "Oh, are you okay? Is everything all right?" Like nothing was too much. I was like, nothing was too much, mate. There's no such thing.
There's no such thing.
And he taught me like loads of little Spanishy phrases and like how to salsa. Showed me like all his siblings and his mom and everything. He was just a super cute guy, and it really helped that he was very, very hot. So,
dear John, if you're watching that,
yeah,
message Keisha. Say hi. No, I'm not.
I mean,
unravel some memories, you know.
Yeah.
Oh, that is actually so cute though. That's a real like holiday fling. Like, that's what I imagine. Like,
I feel like I feel like if I ever meet someone again, like it will never top that with what was the name I used? John. Like it will never top that, because it was just so in sync. I love it. I literally loved it. And yeah.
Izzy, do you have any?
No.
Do you have any?
I have trauma abroad, and yeah, I guess no, just trauma. And that's what people I brought with me, so it's not really that cute. I think I've
like never met anyone, or like flirty a little bit, or like none of that's ever happened while you've been abroad.
I think I thought one of my pool boys was really hot throughout one of my holidays, but I was there with my partner and I couldn't do anything. All I could do was watch from the side.
Watching is all you need.
Watch and dream of better days coming. But no, I don't even like. It's just not my portion. I can't lie to you. Like, I'm not a big fan of the whole concept of like sort of dating someone abroad or just going along with them. I don't know why. I feel very like anti-sex, very high alertish as well.
Yeah,
that makes sense.
So it's just really weird for me. Like I think I completely close up. I feel most of my holidays feel very desexualized in every way, kind of thing. Like if I go with a partner, cool, fair enough. There's something that I might be doing with them. But again, that's just from the realms of safety and how I sort of analyze sex and how it appeals to me. Like I generally don't like people touching me. Just in general, like if my mom touches my shoulders, I scream at her. Like I'm not like it's a big safety thing for me.
Okay, I need to keep that in mind next time I see you.
So literally, like I feel like it take a lot of like, so your fairy tale story, the bar is already set that high bare minimum. Like I can't accept anything else to like let someone like so much as touch my hands.
but I feel like that's, I don't know, but I feel like I was literally like exactly like that. I was on high alert constantly. Like when I first traveled alone, when I went to Zante, I was adamant. I was like, I will never ever sleep with someone on this island. This island's disgusting. Like, and I went to Zante 5 years in a row, and it wasn't until my 6th year going there that I slept with someone, and that's because I had met them like the year before, knew them for the whole summer. Then when I went back the next summer, knew them for literally another summer. So it was like it took so much to get over that. And then obviously as years went on, loads of different trips, solo trips, girls trips, I just not got over it, but you just kind of find yourself. Yeah, and I think you kind of can analyze things a little bit better as well. Like so when I went traveling around Thailand, there's no way. There's no way. I did like 5 weeks solo travel. Like I had more than enough opportunity because I had loads of like solo rooms. And I just thought there's just no way. There's no one here in this country that will ever be hot enough, because you know when you just know like this is not the country for that.
I'm serious.
Yeah, there's just like I was just so on high alert just because I was so far away from home. I think I was just like, there's no one here that could ever break that barrier down.
And
like,
you're by yourself. Like at least when you met John, like your friends were there. Do you know what I mean? So you had that support. If anything went wrong, at least there's someone in the country that can like find you.
Exactly.
I've just deeped it. I have one story. This is the closest thing I have to a holiday romance.
Hey,
I'm a child of it, so obviously nothing happened.
Okay, that's fine.
When I was a kid, my mum used her divorce money and got like a holiday house in this tiny village in France. Which is, I one day hope that I can use divorce money in the same way. But yeah, so basically she would go off and sign papers or look at places, and obviously I'm a fucking kid, I'm impatient, I'm annoyed, I'm like, I don't want to keep walking around and sitting in boring offices. So she left me in the hotel because there was a family that owned it and they had a son. And I think the lady who ran the hotel with her husband, she spoke a bit of English, so she would go with my mum. So this one day they left me in the hotel and they told the son, he was like 3 years older than me, and they were like, take care of her, have some fun. So I was like, okay. And I thought he was cute.
Aww.
Like, I thought he was cute at the time. We're grown adults now and I don't feel the same, but it's okay.
But at the time he was
time I was like, ooh. So I think we spent the first half of the day playing video games, and that was really fun. And then afterwards he took me for a walk to walk their dogs. They had 2 dogs. One was a German Shepherd and one was this like fluffy little Bichon Frise looking thing. And yeah, we walked. It's this tiny village, it's really rural, it's in the Alps, and the sun started to set and we got by this river, and we're here just walking these fucking dogs. We don't speak the same languages, so we're just in silence the entire time. And yeah, then we went back, and then my mum came to pick me up. And then at the end of my holiday, I wanted to say thank you, and it was Easter time, so I went and bought him a little chocolate bunny. And then
you're so
That's really cute.
he kissed my cheek, so that was really sweet, and it was like my first kiss. So yeah, that's the closest.
That's really cute. I think that's
That
like,
is
even though it's
so
like
cute. I miss
just
getting
that little
cigarettes. I
memory.
swear I cry at everything. I'm just sitting here like, that is so romantic. That is so cute. Have you guys spoken ever since, like after I've been in touch, or is it just like it's gone in the wind?
So I think his family sold the hotel at one stage, moved away, and they bought it back and moved back. But since he's become an adult, I think I was supposed to give him English lessons the last time I was there,
Oh, okay.
and I didn't. And that's fine with me. But yeah, so he must be like 28, and I think he moved away. He stayed at uni with his girlfriend or something like that. I don't know. I had never spoken to him like properly. And I'm fine with that, because now I'm older. I just like, it's not my time. The memory is special. It's the most sentimental thing. I'm like, oh, that was so sweet, but it will never be me again. I've changed.
Fair enough. I do.
But yeah.
I think that's very cute.
Very cute. I don't have any stories like that. I don't, guys. I'm trying to think of all the places that I've traveled to and where I could possibly have this like cute story, but I guess not. I mean, I don't. I only have this one thing where sorry. There was this one time I was in a certain country. I went to a country. That's really loud. And there were these 3 friends. There was a girl and 2 guys, and they all wanted to sleep with me, which is really nice. That's my only story.
Hang on, come on.
Well, what happened? I need to know the end.
Universally appealing, baby.
What do you say?
Universally appealing.
Universal. What can I say? Well, I was really attracted to the girl. She was really cute. That was my type, and one of the guys, actually, yeah. So I think they discussed it on like, bro, want her, sis. No, I'm looking to see her, and I just sat there like, this is so fun. Nothing ever happened with any of them. But if you're watching this. Any cute, like I wish I did. I'm just sitting here like, man, I want to say I've traveled quite a bit, and I've never had like a holiday romance, like a moment, and like,
You can never say never. It might be on its way.
It might be
on its way.
That's true. So I guess I should start off the holiday fails, to be honest, because that's all I have. Right, which one to start with? Oh my god, I think I might say like 2 really short ones. They're all pretty short. Yeah, let me wrap it up. So, do you know what? Okay, so when I turned 16, I went to Italy for my birthday. Very nice, very nice. I went with my friends. We'll call my friend Charlotte. Went with her family. It was cute, whatever. Mind you, like, so Charlotte's family, she had family in Italy. So we went with her family from the UK to visit her family in Italy. Charlotte's family in Italy only speak Italian and Spanish.
Right.
So what would happen is, like, if her cousins were to say something, they'll say it in Spanish and then she'll translate it to me in English. That's how our conversations went. So we also gone to a fun fair or whatever, and I'll actually never forget this. Like, do you know them rides that you spin on and your body like holds you back?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The floor
So it's
drop.
on one of you are.
Does the floor drop?
No, like he just spins in a circle, but like the pressure, I don't know the right
You're
side.
like,
Your seat. Can jump in. You know, cool, and it's just like a long seat that goes round, and because you're spinning so fast, you like stay seated.
it sounds like something that I know. So yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Okay. Anyway, I'll never forget this day because these grown men were like getting too close to Charlotte's little cousin, and it was pissing me off. I say little cousin, she was maybe like 2 years younger than us, but these were grown ass men, do you know what I mean? And I just remember being on the ride and like imagine the men are like here. I'm booting them, I'm kicking them, like fuck away from them, bro. I didn't care. I did not care. I'm the only black girl in sight. The only black girl in sight, and I'm kicking this man on the rise. And it's not until like the last few seconds, right? This guy comes and he sits in between us to like separate us. I wish that was the guy I was talking about. It's not, but I appreciate that guy. That's very cute of you.
Yeah.
At the fun fair, I see a guy. We're gonna call him Michael. I don't know. I was trying to think of an Italian name, but it's not like it. Michael's talking in Italian to Charlotte's little cousin. I have no clue what's going on, but he's talking, he's looking at us, and I'm just like, okay, whatever, blah, blah, blah. Then Charlotte and her cousin talk, and of course they're speaking in Spanish, and my friend's going, oh, what? And I'm just sitting there like, what? I need to know what's going on. And then he tells me.
Can I just say, you see how you feel about what's going on? That's how I would feel if the guy was talking dirty to me in another language.
True that.
Back to you.
True that. I see. So Charlotte tells me like, and this guy, he's cute, his stretched ears, now it's really into that sweet hair, you know, little emo kids. He was like, oh, he wants you to go to his house tomorrow. Like, he likes you, he thinks you're pretty. And I was just there like, oh, that's what's up. That's what's up, baby. Like, whatever. I just turned 16. This is literally the day after I turned 16. I said, 16!
This
The
guy.
day after.
This is literally the day after I turned 16.
Zero chill.
And then we get to talking, and like the night before, I remember this, and he was like, oh, he has a girlfriend. And now the old me back then, I said, okay.
This girl.
All right. Do you know what? But I was fronting. To be honest, at the time, I didn't think he was gonna take the bait. Like, I was just feeling like, yeah, like what's good? Like, I thought I was a baddie now. Do you know what I mean? So he took the bait. He took the bait. I don't know what to say about that. So anyway, we go to his house, wherever we're all chilling, and I felt so out of place because it was just Italian, Spanish, and no one was telling me. Like, you're not there. My friend leaves me with this guy.
Huh?
You know, not too much. No, not too much happened. Okay, and I was gonna fast forward to the next day. He comes to visit, and again, I'm in the shower, mind you, and I can hear voices. I don't know what's going on. Washing my body, I'm hearing Spanish, Italian, like same old. Why does this boy walk into the bathroom? Oh, I don't know. It just like, yeah, let him, yeah, go. She's like, says,
No.
I was like, oh, he's like, oh shit. Like, I assume he said sorry. I wouldn't know. I had no clue. Yeah, so that was fun. And then the next day I saw him arguing with his girlfriend. And I think I don't know what they were arguing about. It seems a bit of it. And I came
Him
back.
being shameless. Is that it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So that was I guess that was a fail. Yeah.
You guess? What? What?
I mean, I guess it was a fail of some sorts. Like, I have quite a few fails, like trying to get contraception in a country where I can't speak the language. It's been failed.
I don't think I could ever.
They got the scanner out as if they were looking for a baby. Like, they thought I was saying that I wanted to have an abortion. And I was like, no, bro, that's not what I mean. Like, how do I translate this? And it just wasn't coming through.
I know.
What a life you've lived, baby girl.
Okay,
Yeah.
don't push it like extreme. Don't push it. Let me hear some of y'all fails. I know you got some.
Yeah. But mine is a fail because this was like old Lakeisha. I was really shy. I was my own worst enemy. So when I moved to Zante, like obviously I lived there. I made friends, whatever. I made friends with this group of guys, and they had like one girl in their group, and she was the nicest girl ever. She had like a heart of gold. She was just so lovely, really quiet, really to herself, and it was like really weird because she was with these like really loud, outlandish guys, and she would always just be there like quiet, like still. So yeah, me and my friends kind of hung on with her, but then in doing that we made friends with all the guys. So we all used to just roll around together, and they would just be, you know, when people are just genuinely nice, like they don't want nothing from you, they don't ask for nothing, they've just got good hearts. And one of the guys, to this day, I genuinely think to this day, I'm like, I love him. I say I love him. I literally love everyone. I don't know what's wrong with me. But literally, he is, like, to put it into context, like, since we've left Zante and whatever, like, I still follow him on social media and stuff. The guy opens his home every single Christmas. Every Christmas. It's like anyone who doesn't have someone to stay with, anyone who is beefing with their family or just needs to get away, like he goes and buys like 4 or 5 turkeys and will just cook.
Like, it should have supposed to be a fail. I don't understand what you're doing.
I tell you, this guy is it literally like quote unquote perfect, like, and he was just so, but because I was so shy and I very much was just in my head. I was like, nah, he wouldn't like someone like me. I had like body dysmorphia, so I thought I was way bigger than I actually was. And I was like unhealthy back then as well. Like I was really like quite slim and like a little bit. So I was like, nah, I'm too big. Like, and then I convinced myself that him and the girl were boyfriend and girlfriend. So I was like, yeah, no, like he's with her, like whatever. And I literally remember saying to Jazz, I was like, I love him. I just wish he'd like me back. I was so convinced. And yeah, I was just a little bitch about it. I was a little baby, and nothing ever happened because I didn't speak up, obviously. And then he
fail.
Yeah, it is, because he messaged me like 2 or 3 years after, saying like, I really liked you, I wish something happened. He was like, I was trying to put signals out there, but you just weren't having it, you kept shutting me down. And then everything he told me, like I thought about it and I was like, he actually did do that, or like he actually did say that. And I just,
so what's wrong with now
in the moment couldn't see it. Oh, he's like grown up now. Like we're both grown up now. He's had a child, and you know, like it's like past that point. But yeah, I definitely missed my chance 100%, just because I was so in my head.
Wholesome. I don't want wholesome, Lakeisha. I want.
How was it wholesome?
Fail.
I sabotaged myself.
Like you both liked each other, but none of you were direct because he wasn't direct. He could have come to you and been like, Lakeisha, I've been to you. But he didn't say that, and neither did you. So it was like, sometimes I really enjoy those moments where you just sort of pass each other.
My heart aches for who you were and what you went through. Like, I can't lie, I'm just like, oh, this is so sad. Like, this is the Bridget Jones I wanted to know. Like, this is the story. Like, oh.
Oh my gosh. No, yeah. My sad little life. And you got to think, I was on the island for like 4 or 5 months. So literally every day.
What?
Yeah.
Yeah. She was out there for ages stealing bread and what else she was stealing?
I forgot I told you that.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, we could only afford pasta and sauce, so we would steal the cheese and steal the bread because we weren't making any money. What a life, boy.
Honestly.
No, that's actually so long.
That though.
Yeah,
but so if something did happen, like it would make working together weird because you'd see each other so often. So like, when you meet someone in the UK, you can always you have your other friends, you have work, like you're away from each other. But when you're working in the country for that long with that person right next to you, do you think that would have changed things? Like if you guys did get together?
Do you know what? No, just because he's so chilled out and so just cool. And to be fair, even though nothing happened, he was so very protective. Like it was almost like having a boyfriend without having a boyfriend. So he was always protective. Like he would always come whenever I was working. He would always come and just make sure everything's okay. There's one time where something happened at their club, and they all just packed up. They're like, "No, we're not working here. You guys are racist. I'm not having it." And he would literally he packed up all his decks and stuff. All of them, you just see them walking down the road as a little crew, and we were all just like, "What's happening?" They're like, "They're racist." We're like, "Okay, we quit too." Literally, penguins, just all walk together,
just waddling over. That's so cute.
Wow.
But yeah, I think. Let me think of anything that's.
Yeah, I want some real fails because there's too many. While you think up, I'm gonna let Izzy. Come on.
Izzy,
do it for me.
I went to Bali with a boyfriend I had for 2 years. And to get to Bali, what is it, 21 hours flying or some shit like that?
Yeah.
And we broke up on day 1. This is
what?
I'm trying not to smile, but I'm smiling because I'm like, yeah, this is what I wanted. This is what I was asking for. But
I laugh about it now.
That wasn't what I was expecting at all. I was.
But please, please continue. How long was the trip again?
So it's 21 hours. It's 20 something. Yeah, I think.
How long were you guys?
Oh, it was a 2-week thing, 10 days to 2 weeks, something between those days. So that long. And yeah, we broke up on day 1, and that was interesting. And it's in Bali where they've got all those fucking hotels that are made for newlywed couples and shit. So it's one of these big fancy fuck off rooms with bigger than some houses I've lived in and shit. And I'm just sort of there oh, okay, this is nice. And we get like cab drivers that will just basically take you from destination. You pay them like a set amount for the day.
Yeah.
And they'll like wait for you.
Okay, that's really good.
It's cool. Yeah, it's all right. Obviously, it's like
also like only worthwhile if you're going to like loads of places.
Basically, yeah. Like it just depends on what you actually have planned to do. And they'll recommend shit to you, and they'll have like brochures in the back saying like, "Oh, go to this place, this place, this place," and they'll take you to see their friends and whatever.
Yeah, it's literally like that in Thailand.
Oh, okay, yeah. So I feel like they do it a lot, but yeah. So it was like that, and obviously this Donny's like driving around. He's like, "Oh, when did you get married?" and shit like that. And everywhere you go, it's the same thing over and over again. When did you get married? Oh, when did you get married? And it's just like, no, this is my friend at the moment, and I'm barely like hanging on by a thread at this point. Like,
This is my friend.
yeah, like, and I think I was trying so hard to get my brain around this, because in my head I was just like, oh, fuck's sake, like my mom has to drive me home from the airport afterwards and everything. Like, I need to really maintain this friendship and try and be as polite and as calm as possible, because it's also fucking Bali. And like, I paid a lot of money to get here, and I can't afford to just go. So
Yeah.
I'm trying to be amicable and all this other stuff. And yeah, it was all right. I had a fun time because I liked what I did. So like, oh, you can swim with fucking catfish sharks or go to Monkey Mountain and shit. Monkeys were chewing on his knees and stuff. It was funny. So it was all right.
So you could sort of like, the experience of being in Bali sort of like, it sort of softened the blow in a sense of like breaking up, because you sort of, you know.
I'll live with you. I kind of wanted to break up before you went, and I kept trying to have it happen, and then I was just going to sell his ticket to one of my friends, but it just didn't come to fruition. And it felt like everyone was gassed, like not everyone, but it felt like I was being gaslit, because every time I was like, I'm trying to break up with this guy, everyone was like, no, and I was like, but what? It was just really weird. So then we go, and then we break up immediately, and I'm just like, oh, and it was kind of relieving. So I wasn't actually upset while I was there. I was kind of just like, oh, finally, like, oh, this feels a lot better to have it off my chest. Yeah. And like,
I feel like when you've been holding it for long.
Yeah, no, you're right. If you've been holding it for such a long time, you're just kind of like, oh. And it's not even sad. Like, I didn't cry or nothing. I was fine. So other thing that I did to sort of like ease everything off, I was like sort of like having this virtual in love moment with a YouTuber. So I would watch their videos like every single day, and I would just be there like, this is the new love of my life. I don't know what you're doing, but you could I don't care. I'll picture his face.
Can we know what YouTuber this is?
It will bring shame to me, so
Okay, all right, you text me. I'll know. So you let me know.
You're gonna cuss me. You should cuss me, but yeah, it's cussable basically.
I probably won't. Like, you've seen I'd be annoying these internet celebrities every single day of my life.
Every minute DMs. Every minute DMs.
Yeah, you're crazy for that. You're mad. I would never DM this man in my life.
Honestly,
but like,
sometimes like you just have to. I'm gonna tell you right now, Izzy, DM that YouTuber, because you never know. Sometimes they respond, you know, and it's like, oh, okay.
His type. You could literally be his type, and you'd have no clue.
Exactly.
Maybe. I don't even. Yeah, at the time I was not in the headspace for this. Like, I was an incredibly insecure person anyway, so it wasn't really my vibe. But I was just like, here, like, oh, I'm falling in love with this person and their hilariousness, and your jokes are dead now. So, but yeah, like I kept finding like it wasn't like I was resentful, but I was just kind of like, ugh, like I'm tired of you now. Like, kind of
like, I get that. That's to the end.
So, it's coming to the end. We're like a couple days away, and I'm so excited. I'm like, I'm going home as soon as we drop this boy off. I never have to see his fucking face again. Like, I'm free. We are all good, baby. And I'm in my second year of uni or so. It was like the summer holidays before that. So yeah, and I'm just so excited. And then a volcano erupts, and basically all the flights are getting cancelled and shit because there's a massive fucking ash cloud over the island.
An actual volcano.
Yeah.
I thought you meant like you two had beef or something. Oh my god.
No. An actual volcano erupts, and there's a massive fucking ash cloud. And it's like the day before we're meant to leave, and I'm like, nah. Like, I was sitting on like a rooftop pool enjoying myself, and then I find out about this fuck off ash cloud, and I'm like, shit. And I actually go down into the room and start having this big old panic attack, running around the bathroom, and I start crying and sitting on like racks and stuff like, Lord, please don't leave me here with this boy. I don't want to do it anymore. Like, I was holding it together for so long. Like, I was so upset. And then afterwards, I was like, yo, we're going to the fucking airport as soon as, like, we're waking up in the middle of the night, we're going to the airport, we're getting on a flight, because it's like It wasn't even like the main flight was cancelled. It's like the flight from Jakarta to
The
Amsterdam
mini
was
charter
fine.
flights.
Yeah, it's literally from Jakarta to go to Bali. It's one of those fucking
Okay.
little connection flights. And I'm like, if I'm 2 hours out, I'm gonna like lose my other plane tickets and shit. And I'm like, I can't, no, I rebuke this. I cannot have this. No. So I'm like, we're going now. We're going ASAP, Ricky. We're getting on a fucking flight, and we will demand it if that is the last thing I do. And I think because we booked with their version of British Airways, they didn't actually cancel our flights. They gave us a fresh one. It was fine.
Oh, that's good.
Even when we got to like Jakarta to get the after the connecting flight, they actually waited at the airport for other people that had missed their flight previously so they could get on.
Wow. That's so good.
Right? I was like so impressed. I was like,
That's
oh,
so
that's nice. So yeah, and then we finally came back, dropped him off, and then I didn't have to see him again until the next summer when we worked together. But to be honest, it was okay. Yeah, it was a weird experience. Honestly, I wasn't that into everything that happened because I think they wanted to pretend that like the relationship wasn't over while we were on holiday, and I was like, I can maintain civility,
No.
but I'm not into the rest of it. I'm just not. So no. But yeah,
That is a hard one, like breaking up like while you're on holiday, or like having an argument with a partner whilst you're on holiday because it's supposed to be this magic moment, you know what I mean? But it's bound to happen, especially if you're there for as long as 10 days. I don't know any couple who's gone 10 days without an argument. No, or am I just toxic?
Wait, without?
no, without. I can't imagine.
Like even a small, like, oh my gosh, you're so annoying.
I've gone months without arguing with a partner.
How? You
What
go
do you
into
mean?
thing you actually like what is this? Like what's happening?
She gets all the fairy tales and we just
like what's it? You're
Oh,
hoarding
I've been
them.
going through
You're hoarding.
the sons of Pharaoh. Where's my Moses? You're talking about fairy tales. No, let's not. But no, yeah, I just maybe because I'm just so like I think I don't have the energy to fight unless it's something I really want to fight about. Like I'm a very much pick your battles person. So I when I'm in a relationship, I'll let a lot slide. But if it's something big, you're gonna hear my mouth, and it's gonna be non-stop until I feel like a resolution I like has come out of it. So maybe I don't argue often, but when I do, I'll argue hard, and yeah, for a period of time. Yeah.
Fair enough. Did you manage to think up another fail?
Only one, but this was like very, very old, and it's like with my first boyfriend, and we were arguing a lot anyway. Like just dumb shit, like can you take out the bins, or like can you feed Mocha, like just silly stuff. But then I paid for a family holiday, so it was me, my mum, my brother, my sister, and him, and we all went, but we were still arguing abroad. So like sometimes he would take my brother out and then I'd be out with my sister, and then in the evening we'd come back together and I'd be like, oh, this guy again. Like he hasn't actually done anything, but I was so just like I wasn't over the first initial argument, and because we were in with the rest of my family, I couldn't argue like how I wanted. So I was just like saying sneaky comments, and he would just say sneaky comments, and then in the evening when everyone's gone to bed, I'd just be like, don't touch me. He's like, let's talk it out. Just don't touch me. I think we spent the first like 2 or 3 days of the week like really tension, but after that my sister fell and she like hit her head or something, and it was really fun. No, she jumped in the pool and she almost drowned, and he jumped in to like, because he swam really well to get her, and then I was like, yeah, I can't beef you, just saved my sister's life, innit?
You just had to save her. All right.
Really, like I was still willing to argue, but okay, like that sounds so childish, but you know what, I don't even care. But I was very young back then, so yeah. But outside of that, I can't think of anything like really bad. Like yeah, nothing that's been crazy horrible. So
Wow. I must have a very horrible life. Okay, so let's move on. We're not even going to talk about fails anymore because it'll just be my own voice.